Hi, I'm Meredith Jones with Ally Property Inspections. I am bringing you this video today to show you how to get the most out of our new tool for you, which is RepairPricer. This will give you guys so much more time back in your life, so you're not having to call out contractors to get estimates after a client's home inspection, or you're not trying to guess what things may cost, and you don't have to kind of figure out which may be the most expensive items on that inspection report. So this is highly customizable, and please feel free to ask me questions after you watch this, but hopefully this will give you a pretty good overview. So I'm going to start at the top of the screen of RepairPricer. You can download all the information that they're pricing as a CSV file if you would like it in a spreadsheet format. You can view the original report that we sent them if you want to compare that. You'll have already gotten a copy, obviously, but this is our inspection report and what they're basing their estimate on. If you are ready to publish this report as it stands, you can just simply press Publish Report. It will generate it in a PDF, which you can download. And this is what it looks like. It gives you a breakdown per trade that would be needed to do the work. So carpenter, electrician, plumber, and so forth. And then it goes back and breaks it down. So every line item that we had in this report on the summary is also showing here with a breakdown for each of those items. That gives it a total also still for that particular trade. So the subtotal for carpentry here would be $3,094 and so forth. And you can keep scrolling down. The great thing is that if you have questions about the estimate, you can also call RepairPricer, and they are experts and can help you understand whatever those questions are that you have. If you want to share the PDF with somebody else, you can do that. If you're not happy with the repair items, you can actually add a new item. Let's say, please replace outlet. So they're actually going ahead and giving you a code and dollar amount based on what you wanted to add. So as you can see here, you could select any of these if you felt they were appropriate. I'm not going to add anything to this report, so I'm just going to click out of it. Now let's go down. The whole estimate for this house was $11,000. And if we want to look underneath, what are the individual items under carpentry, handyman? Here again, you can see a full breakout for every single item. It even includes some of our pictures in here, which is great. If you need to be reminded of what we were talking about, let's take a look at this one. This is talking about the handrail with a picture. The fact of the matter is you could send this to the seller if you're asking for, if you want to share this information with them, you can. Let's go ahead and go through each of these. Let's say you're not worried about the guardrail being less than 36 inches. You can deselect that. It's going to adjust the overall price. Let's say we want to reselect it, but you're not happy with the price, or you want to put some additional note. You could press that edit button. You can come here and change the price to whatever you felt would be the correct price. You can change what kind of tradesperson come out and do this if you felt like you had somebody else you wanted to do. Let's go into electrical just to show you. Let's say the ventilation fan was not working. You're not worried about that. We're going to take it out. And then electrical walls are not installed in the protective sheeting. Let's say we wanted to change the dollar amount. Like we think that's not enough. We want to raise it up to $210. We're going to leave the electrician and we're going to save it. Now let's go back and let's say, oh, you know what? I actually don't think that's going to be correct. You can actually see the revision history and you can restore it. So I like that because if you make changes, you're not obligated to leave those changes forever, or if you're worried about a change you may have made, you can go to that revision history and change that. There's really tons of changes you can make. If you just simply want to erase something, you can totally erase it. Here is what it says. If you want to use this item in the report in the future, uncheck it instead of a permanent deletion. Now, anytime we uncheck an item in here, I just want you to notice, let's click out of this. This is no longer completely checked. And all that means is that you're not having every single electrical item done. It does not mean that you don't want the electrical in there. It just means now we have removed an item. But let's say we actually don't want any framing work done and we deselect that. Now that has removed all of framing, and as you can see, that's taken it down completely to $0, whereas the electrical was just gone down by how many ever dollars it was for that item that we removed. So we can simply go back and check it that we want framing. If I check that I do want all of the electrical, that item that I had removed actually will be put back in there as something to be done. You can see the price has gone up again. So it gives you tons and tons of flexibility. It is really yours to work with however you want. You and your client can collaborate on it. One thing I do want to show you is if there is something that we don't know the extent of the damage or what it might take to fix something, what are those kind of items we're talking about? Like, is there possible foundation issues? Are there water intrusion? Is there some sort of fungal growth we're not sure about? You'll see that as a category called further action required. And what this dollar amount represents here is being able to pay a specialist to come out and do an assessment. Now, you may not have to pay a specialist to come out and assess this crawl space for moisture damage or waterproofing, but if you did, it is giving you some money in there to do that. Now, if you had had like a problem with the foundation, you would probably have to pay a structural engineer, and they will give you some money in there to do that. That is not the money to fix this issue. It's simply to pay a professional. So keep in mind that this fix has not been priced into the estimate because they don't know the extent of the work needing to be done. I just wanted to bring that up for you to understand what further action required is and what it is not including. I think that's a really great way to handle that instead of trying to make a wild guess that could be really far off from what you and your clients need. So as I said, that's just a quick video on how to use this. Please let us know if you have questions or concerns. If you use it and you're not sure what to do, let us know. We're happy to help you. Also, RepairPricer themselves are a great source for help about questions with why they price something a certain way, and so on and so forth. So I think this will save you a tremendous amount of time and effort, and I hope you enjoy it and that you get a lot of benefit from it. Thanks a lot.